Hey guys, who are we all? So welcome to My Way Tarot. This will be a general reading for all Sagittarius placements. Everything you need to know about myself, the reading or the channel can be found in the description box below. So we're going to get into your read. We're using multiple decks of cards today. We have tarot cards, oracle cards and a few personalised messages that I've created. Please bear in mind this is a general reading, so with the messages, only take we feel resonates and leave the rest. And please use your own sense of discernment with the messages and not force them to fit with a particular situation. So all the decks I'm using are listed in the description box below, and I've done a major shuffle of all the cards so we can get into your read. Angels of Love and Light, we please have clear and concise messages for Sagittarius placements. What do they need to know for the current energies for whenever they come across these timeless tarot messages? What do they need to know, please and thank you? What do they need to know, please and thank you? Starting off the reading today with the Tea Leaf Fortune cards, and then we'll move into tarot. So what's going on, please and thank you? Oh, okay. So we have Diamond. You'll be receiving or giving a precious gift. Sunrise. New creative ideas, new ventures and a fresh start. Needle and thread, a sincere wish will be granted. Okay. Guys, you got a few extra cards here. I didn't realise. So we won't, harp on too much about that. But success assured with good plans and hard work with egg. And we have V for victory in some endeavour. I'm getting called to say about Easter here with the egg. So Easter eggs could be important. You may love chocolate, okay? Or you're receiving an Easter egg, or you're giving someone an Easter egg, right? Very specific, but that's coming through. Bottom of the deck, we have wealth. Wow, okay, love it. Beetle, good fortune, and then underneath that, romance is in the air with Rose. So some of you have not necessarily had the best of time, I'm hearing, in regards to your love life. There might have not even been such thing as a love life, okay? But I feel like that could potentially be turning around in your favour relatively soon as well. I'm hearing abundance of love, okay? Whether that's the sense of having a lot of love, as in self-love, or there's a lot more love around you, okay, in regards to certain connections. Doesn't have to be romantic, like friendship love, or there may be romantic love that's being highlighted as well, okay. Also, someone could be giving you of something of sentimental value, maybe a diamond, right? But I'm picking up on more to do with a gift that will mean a lot. I mean, it could potentially say in regards to getting engaged, okay? Someone proposing of marriage, or whether you're the one that's proposing of the sense of marriage, deepening of a commitment with someone if you're already dealing with someone, or potentially it could be, somebody coming into your life, whether that's back around or somebody new, and it leads to something more solid in the future. Okay, I'm getting drawn to say Aries, as we're in Aries season with this kind of looks like ram's horns. So Aries placements could be important here, or Aries season, or also with this V, I'm picking up on the number 5. So there's some big changes coming through in all areas of your life, but also May is getting highlighted as well. So there could be some very important information that is brought to you in May, or maybe before then, right? But let's get into the Modern Witch Tarot and find out a little bit more of what's going on here. There's a strong possibility that you could land maybe a new job or a promotion or a bonus, some sort of financial windfall or a lump sum that comes through, like is able to provide some sort of nest egg for you in regards to savings, so that you can embark on a new journey, okay, embrace a new chapter in your life. 555 just come up on my timer. that you're manifesting here with the Magician, or is getting ready to manifest. Beautiful. Okay. So something is happening quicker than you're expecting as well. What is going on? Please and thank you for Sagittarius. Okay, we have the King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Butterflies may be significant. I'm even getting told moths as well. Crows, ravens, birds of prey, so owls, hawks, eagles. Nine of Swords. One more from this deck. Four of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Five of Swords, the Ten of Cups, and we have the Moon, Pisces energy. Okay. Well, we only a couple of days ago had the Libra full moon. So maybe up until like the full moon, okay, I'm hearing like the whole of this 2025 has literally just felt like a bit of a drag. And I'm not surprised, because I feel like predominantly all we've just had up until this point have been retrogrades. So a lot of disruption, chaos, upheaval, confusion, you know, stagnant kind of energy here, causing us to kind of reflect and reevaluate, reassess certain things, looking back in retrospect. So it's like it's been difficult to kind of have that sense of clarity and move ourselves on forward. It's like we've been forced to kind of hang back here a little bit, and it's may have caused a lot of frustration or upset or sleepless nights, because it's a sense of all you may have felt that you've wanted is just this movement forward, okay? And I feel like there may have been a point where you just felt like you couldn't win, okay? You couldn't win in regards to a situation, and you're really wanting or hoping for a win, a big win that could actually be, I'm hearing, predominantly life-changing for you, okay? You're waiting on this like big break to come in. And I feel that you don't see that it's just around the corner and it's getting ready to come through into your physical reality, but it's taken time for it to get here, so for something to be resolved, especially if it's been to do with a legal situation or to do with your career or your finances, and maybe even in regards to love, actually, or love has not even been really much on your mind. It's like, yes, I'd like to have this, but there's been other things that have been a lot more pressing, so there hasn't been very much attention on this, and that could have been causing a little bit of potential sadness and upset in regards to this as well. Especially if you've been someone that's so used to doing everything on your own or dealing with everything on your own, it just would have been nice to have somebody that's in your life that was that shoulder to cry on. Like, you may have had to give off, you know, this vibe of being strong, or felt like you've had to be strong all the time for some reason, you know, putting on this kind of front, but actually deep down there's this sense of sensitivity, whereby you have the odd moment of, actually, I could really do with like a friendly face, or someone to be there to talk to, or someone that really gets what it is that I'm going through, and I don't have to put up this kind of facade that I'm just pretending everything is fine when it clearly hasn't been. And I want this situation to change. I want this cycle to end. 10:10 on my timer. So I feel like there's something that's closing up here in regards to you dealing with whatever it is independently on your own, or feeling like you're on your own with whatever you've got going on in your life in regards to a multitude of things, however it may pertain to you, right? But I feel like there is this change coming in, and you're not going to have to deal with everything alone, right? Yeah, you got help coming in, you got support coming in, you may even have love coming in, or a really good solid kind of friendship with someone that may develop into a love connection. someone that just gets you, right? But anyway, let's get into this. What else is going on? Please and thank you. This is the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot. What's happening with the King of Swords? 1111 just come up on my timer. You may be seeing of those numbers. Knight of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The Fool, Aries energy. I was picking up on that Aries energy before, and we're currently in Aries season. I'm hearing as we get closer to the end of Aries season, it's like there's so much more kind of improvement coming through, like these changes to do with your circumstances. Seven of Wands. What's to go underneath the Nine of Swords, please and thank you? Nine of Wands. Ten of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles. What's to go underneath the Four of Pentacles, please? Six of Cups. Two of Cups. And the Ten of Cups. Wow. So 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. This is very, very promising, guys. And I was saying 10-10 earlier. So you're closing out one particular cycle where you have felt, you know, a lot of these more kind of heavy emotions and dealt with a lot of negativity or stagnancy, etc. But that is switching and changing. Very much so. With the Three of Cups leading into celebrations, enjoying life again, living it up. That's what I just heard, right? With the Emperor, look at this. Aries energy. And then Justice. And then there's you, Sagittarius, with Judgment. And then the Two of Pentacles. So yeah, you're absolutely going from transitioning into one situation into another, right? Whether that is mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, okay? But you've dealt with a lot of downs and you're getting ready to experience a lot more ups, okay? So we also have like April coming through. What was I getting? Like back end of April? And then we got Libra, which is the sister sign to Aries. So Libra placements could be important as well for you. But you felt tired, you felt worn out, you felt like you've done of everything right, or to the best of your knowledge, I'm hearing, with whatever you've been dealing with the resources or the experiences that you have kind of cultivated up until this point. There may have been a certain way that you've been so used to living of your life here, and what's required now for this next stage is to do things differently. And I feel like you are actually ready to embrace doing things a bit differently, but then there's still been this sense of potential resistance about opening up to doing of these particular things differently, even though on another level you're wanting to do of this. So it's kind of like a paradoxical energy, where it's like you're wanting everything to change, but then there's the kind of deeper realizations of what these changes will actually mean for you. And potentially I'm hearing getting out of your comfort zone, because getting out of the comfort zone is where you experience the most growth. So I feel like you are ready to grow and transform your life, but there's something pretty big that's coming through for you, which may mean, well, then that's going to be having to let go of everything that I've known up until this point to embrace this new situation. And there's a little bit of anxiety or fear or doubts or worries or concerns about this new beginning. And I feel like it's difficult here, because it's like you could have had this conflict to do with your head and your heart, and you may be realizing that now, whereas before it might not have even been something that was kind of in your headspace, but now it's been brought up to the surface, and so you could be taking the time to address of these thoughts that are coming through for you, these feelings, instead of trying to avoid them or bury them or ignore them. And I'm hearing processing is a process, okay? So please don't be too critical or hard on yourself with whatever it is that you're currently going through. I'm hearing you've done the best that you could. You've done the best that you could. I mean, I'm hearing you couldn't have had something happen any quicker or any sooner. And everything was meant to unfold in the timing that it was meant to, even if you're not seeing necessarily the bigger picture as of yet. But I'm hearing that the bigger picture will be revealed very soon. There's something being brought up here to do with a living situation or within your home, or to do with your family, whether that's your own family if you have children, or whether that's your family as in immediate family, okay? There may have been not necessarily disagreements, but I'm picking up on, not conflict of interest, but I'm definitely picking up on there may have been potentially a little bit of tension to do with this. But I feel like you're going to get that resolved as well. I feel like you and someone, if it's between you and another person where you're not necessarily seeing eye to eye, you'll be able to resolve of your differences, or there will be the sense of respect coming through. Even if you don't necessarily agree, it's like agreeing to disagree. So you may have been feeling like somebody is not going to fully understand where you're coming from, but even if they don't fully understand where it is that you're coming from with what you're saying to this person in particular about a grievance maybe that you've been dealing with, or an issue, or something that has caused some sort of upset within you, I'm hearing that this person will hear you out as much as you'll be hearing them out, and you'll come to like either a compromise, or even if this person doesn't fully get what it is that you're saying and where you're coming from and why you are, like they'll give you that sense of respect and like, look, okay, even though I don't potentially like what this person is saying and why they're saying it, there must have been a rhyme and a reason as to why they have come through with this in the first place. And they'll kind of see that you're potentially standing up for yourself, or you're setting boundaries with someone, or I'm hearing that there could have been like this potential expectation on you for some reason. Whether they came through and said that they have this expectation of you, or whether this is something that you innately thought of and felt as in within yourself, and then it's been brought up. So there's a conversation here that could be maybe even a little bit awkward to get into, or feel a little bit awkward to get into. Or there's been this burden of carrying whatever these emotions are in regards to this. Something means a lot to you, and there could have been the concern about disappointing of someone else, as you're not kind of stepping up to the plate in some sort of way. But I feel like this is not necessarily something that's, there's something about it not being quite true. There's an assumption here. I feel like you guys will kind of get what I'm saying, but the energy just feels a little bit, I don't know, I feel like this tightness in my chest, which is quite interesting. So somebody is really going to speak from the heart in regards to an important topic of conversation, or you're really getting to grips with trying to open up and speak from the heart on something that is very important for you to discuss. And it's difficult because then there's a sense of having to lower one's guard or one's walls, right? In order to open up and express and have that sense of vulnerability, especially if you're not necessarily someone that's used to expressing of one's emotions here, whether this is you or whether this is someone that you're encountering potentially that wants to discuss something with you. I just keep getting about a conversation, communication, talking, like, or having a lot more conversations with someone, especially if there hasn't been very much happening. Like, there wants to be the sense of consistency of like checking in with someone maybe, or someone's going to be checking on you to see how you are. Somebody may have felt and sensed that you haven't been okay about something, and you've done a good job of kind of showing up in a way where you make it look like there isn't an issue. Like this kind of, not necessarily wearing a mask, but I'm getting like this kind of stoic kind of vibe. And someone senses that there's more to the story in regards to this. Somebody's being kept in the dark. And I'm hearing that if you're the someone who is keeping certain things to yourself and closing yourself up, somebody else around you intuitively senses that this is going on with you anyway. So they're either going to kind of potentially put their toe in the water, right, and feel out the situation to see how receptive you are in regards to this and to talk, or whether you're going to completely block them off or what. Or this is the other way around, however that may resonate. But somebody is definitely sensing that an individual here has been kind of really struggling on their own. Okay. Yeah, I just heard keeping up appearances. Somebody can't keep up appearances anymore. I'm hearing I've tried my best, but all it seems to be doing is just piling extra on me, and I don't know how much longer I can keep carrying on doing of this. So it's like there's a turning point or a breaking point coming through for someone. Somebody may feel like they have to keep quiet, like they can't speak about what it is that is bothering them. Maybe they don't feel necessarily like safe to open up to somebody, and that's why they're holding back. And so they're carrying all of this extra weight on them emotionally. And they may be having difficulty with kind of releasing all of this, maybe needing an outlet. So somebody could be just like solely throwing themselves in regards to work, okay, or distracting themselves with work, or doing lots of different types of things to give off this more busy facade. Not necessarily a facade. I feel like somebody is naturally very busy and they have a lot that they're doing, but it's like they're piling more on top of their plate because they really don't want whatever is coming up for them to be at the forefront of their mind, because it would mean that they have to stand face to face with it and confront whatever this is or deal with it. And it's like they just want, I'm hearing like the ground to swallow them up, like the earth to swallow them up, to open up and just, you know. I mean, this could be all in regards to somebody having issues financially. Or it could even be, I'm hearing like mental health could be significant. I'm even picking up on in regards to certain vices, okay? Not necessarily addictions, I'm not picking up on that. I mean, somebody may resonate with that, but it's like I'm hearing something is not working anymore. Somebody doing of something how they used to be doing it has like, it doesn't have the same effect anymore. I'm getting like filling up on a void, okay, like a big empty hole. Somebody is hoping that whatever this is going to fill up this emptiness, this potential loneliness or upset. But it's not working. And so somebody may have felt stuck and they're not sure necessarily what to do. Somebody may need to take some time to rest, to recover. I'm even picking up on like needing of a place of sanctuary, or just to get away for a few days, or to have someone take care of them for a change, right? Rather than doing of everything themselves. I'm hearing, well, who looks out for you? And then it's like, well, no one. So you could be somebody who's so used to doing of everything on your own, like I was previously saying before. But it's like, who takes care of you? Like, and you've had to take care of you, but something has got overwhelming. And I'm hearing the cracks are starting to show. Whether this is in your own armor, I'm hearing in your own armor, okay? So somebody feels like they've had to, like, get dressed for battle every day, to face the world, to showcase that there's nothing going on in their life that is a bit of a miss, or there's something not quite right there. You see, it's like all this blood that's on the floor of this King of Swords. It's like, you know, it's where they're sitting, but when they stand to go away, it's not there. It's like, I'm getting the vibe, it's like you don't bring your personal problems or issues into work. So business is very important here for someone. Maybe like a corporate job, or someone who has this very authoritative like role, or a manager, or, you know, has a very serious profession. I'm picking up on maybe even like a doctor, or surgeon. I just heard a surgeon. They've seen so much. And it's difficult to go back home at the end of the day and to disassociate, or not necessarily disassociate, but to get emotionally involved. But there could have been something that happened that really got to someone and made them rethink or reevaluate maybe their life. Like, think of a career change potentially, or getting into an environment that isn't as demanding on someone. Okay, guys, this is a very, very interesting energy. I know that this is definitely for someone because the messages are coming through, and I'm like channeling so much here. Some of you may have dealt with a legal situation, or you're still currently dealing with a legal situation, and I'm hearing it's been like hell on earth, okay? It's been this sense of this constant fight. Sorry, just confirmation burp. You may have been dealing with this fight of your life, or fighting for your life, for your reputation, your status, for your professional career in regards to a legal situation, especially if it's to do with, you know, work, okay? This legal, you know, maybe a court case. If not necessarily anything to do with career, then it may have been to do with property or assets or family, or maybe a business. But I'm definitely picking up on more the lines that this legal situation may be for someone who's employed elsewhere rather than someone who is self-employed. But if it does pertain to you, if the message does fit, then obviously, you know, it resonates. I mean, things could have been pretty tough financially and you've been waiting for this particular payout for the verdict to go in your favour. Or the verdict has already gone in your favour, but you're waiting for, I'm hearing the remedy or this finance to come through, the money to be cleared so it's in your bank account. There's been a lot of worry. Maybe you've had to take on a job that pays less just to get out of a potentially hostile environment to do with work. And so therefore you've taken another job elsewhere and it doesn't pay as much, or you've gone part-time because you can't deal with full-time anymore, or there's been difficulty with, you know, wanting to quit of a job, but then, you know, the job market may have been a bit scarce, or there's been worry about finding another job. It's like you can't quit this job unless you find another one. Or if you're getting to the point where you're like, look, do I have enough savings so that I can just give in my 2 weeks notice and I can just leave? Okay, will I have enough to cover of everything? So there may be a lot on your plate right now. I feel like you're about to be gaining justice in a legal situation for sure. And if you have been having a lot of concern to do with your career, there are some very significant changes happening in regards to this, which are very positive, and you will be soon celebrating. I'm getting that you receive a promotion or a bonus or landing of this potentially dreamlike job, or starting of a business or launching a new product or a service, which does very well. And there's like a big party, okay? Or there could be a surprise party that people are wanting to throw for you in regards to this good news and you're not expecting this. Sorry if I ruined the surprise. Or there could be like some very lovely news coming through for you in regards to friends or family, people that you really love and care about, and you're wishing them well. And you know, they really appreciate the fact that you're there, that you're able to show up or be there for them, especially if, you know, considering whatever it is that you've been going through. And I'm hearing they count you as like a really solid person in their life. And they're just very grateful and appreciative that you're there. Okay. I'm getting something to do with barbecuing. Okay, barbecues. You may be wanting to do a barbecue very soon. Obviously the weather is changing, the season's changed. So obviously depends where you are, but I'm getting something to do with, like, I'm hearing beers and barbecue out in the garden. Okay. That could be for someone. And now I'm seeing somebody in my mind's eye smoking a cigar, okay? So cigars may be important for someone. But I'm getting like a really lovely like garden, like back garden. Or maybe like a nice tent that's up, like a little marquee, or there's definitely a really lovely venue that has a great outside area. I'm getting something to do with like an estate home, like a manor home, where there's a big party, everyone congregating, like I'm hearing congregating outside for some big news. I just heard gender reveal. Somebody may be going to a gender reveal party, to do with celebrating of, you know, the announcing of a birth. There may be a wedding or an anniversary, or maybe you are getting engaged, or somebody is thinking about this in regards to you. Somebody could be retiring as well. Yeah. There could be an early retirement or a retirement party that you're invited to. Yeah, I'm just seeing these, you know, kids, okay, dancing. So I'm getting like there being many generations under the same roof or in the same area, kind of celebrating life, enjoying oneself, to do with a specific event. I mean, for some of you, like, it's like you have something that goes your way and you attain whatever this is. And it's like maybe you've had to be so conscientious and careful and frugal, I'm hearing, with your money, your finances and your spending. And then something works out for you and it's like you just want to be able to splurge a little bit and treat those around you for who have been there for you when times have got tough, as you make it through the other side to do with something that has come to a resolution, or you finally got answers with something, or you've gone through whatever upheaval that it has been. But there's definitely I'm hearing marking of the occasion, like something that you are going to remember for many years to come or for the rest of your life. I mean, some of you may inherit have an inheritance or a windfall of finances, or somebody's thought of you in their will. I'm getting like being gifted money. Okay, so somebody may want to gift you a certain amount of money. I'm hearing you're highly thought of and loved, and somebody wants you to be okay. Somebody may from a distance have been worrying about you or wondering like how you're doing. I mean, this may even be like a relative or like a family friend, and somebody's like stepping up to be there and showcase, look, it's not just my words, okay? I really mean it through action. Like, they actually deliver on their promises. They're delivering on a promise to you that they made to you, or they made a promise to themselves and they wanted to deliver this to you. So they're coming through with this. They've been working on whatever this is. I'm hearing like pulling things together, organizing it so that they can give whatever this is to you. That is going to help you in such a huge way. I'm hearing giving you that boost that you kind of need. Yeah, maybe you've not had it easy. You know, you haven't had a good time when it has come to, you know, your career or your education or your finances. Like, it's always been a struggle. And I'm hearing, and you're such a great person and you deserve for great things to happen for you. But then it's just a sense of like, you haven't had many great things that have happened and worked out for you. So I feel like there is going to be this like combination of so many things just coming in from all directions, where you're going to be getting this sense of assistance, support, love, money, offers and opportunities, and the like. Okay. Wow, guys, these messages got very deep. I have no idea what I'm going to call this reading, but obviously they are general, so take me feel resonates. But there are some major wishes that are being granted for you, okay? Some big manifestations. I'm hearing that some of you are going to be relocating, and you've wanted to relocate. Maybe you've wanted to have enough to put down for a deposit for a home, or to be able to have enough to, I'm hearing like put down like a deposit and then 6 months rent or a year's rent to do with a new apartment or something. And then there could be this influx of money that comes through, or this increase, as it were, to do with your finances. Whether that's gradual or whether that's a lump sum that comes in, or multiple, I just heard, through maybe passive revenues, like streams of income, passive streams of income. Maybe you've been working on the behind the scenes in regards to that, and may have been upset because you didn't have much movement or momentum to do with this, and then it's like now things are picking up for you. And then you'll be able to make this big purchase that you've been potentially saving up for, or you may have been worried because it's like, oh, I've wanted to save up for this, I want to save up for this, but this is going to take me years in order to do all of this, so I just don't see how I can ever get myself out of this situation. Especially if you live with certain people that idealistically you don't really want to live with. Like if you live at home maybe, or with like family members or something like this, and it's like, oh, I'm hearing anywhere but here. But maybe there's been you've been kind of tied to that area for some reason. Like some sort of duties or obligations or responsibilities. Or there's just not been the finances there. Or you've not been sure about where it is that you would go, what it is you would do next. And so therefore it's like you've stayed where you are. It depends, guys. Limited edition. Some of you may have felt like you weren't necessarily seeing of your own worth here. There's been a lot to do with self-love. I'm hearing would others really care about me if anything happened? Wow. Oh, I'm getting a little bit choked up, guys. That may have been a thought that had crossed someone's mind recently, yours or somebody else that's close to you, or maybe you've had that kind of thought process in the past, and then something's coming up and it's like bringing it all back to the surface, and that's been a lot to kind of work through and heal. But there's something about you, okay? But I'm hearing like you're not 1 in a million, like you're 1 in a zillion. That's what I just heard. Like, I'm hearing you bring so much. And I'm hearing you deserve to be celebrated. And I'm hearing you deserve to be happy. If you have been sacrificing or in denial of your own personal happiness in some way, like sabotaging of certain things or pushing it away, it's time to change that. It's time to change that. Diamonds are made under pressure. Holy F, guys. Look, we have the diamond card. Diamonds are made under pressure. You have gone through so much. But diamonds are made under pressure. Somebody feels like you're a true diamond. Like you're a rare gem, okay? That you are someone that's like a diamond in the rough, okay? Some of you may have that kind of, I'm hearing rough around the edges. I don't know why I heard that. But you wouldn't be where you are now and how you are now if you hadn't successfully gone through with everything that you did in the past to get to this point where you are now. So I feel like the worst is over, right? But there are still some things that are coming up to be looked into here, right? Whether that's even on a subconscious type of level. So there could be something about affirmations, mirror work, something to do with subliminals here. Maybe even journaling is going to assist you with bringing some sort of answers. I'm hearing when you're writing things down, not to necessarily criticize what it is that you're putting down and just get all the emotions out, and then you'll find the answers. I'm hearing if you read between the lines, or a lot of you like to read or are wanting to read or research or study something in particular. That's going to assist you as well. Okay. You need to know you are the ish. Absolutely. Limited edition, diamonds are made under pressure. You need to know that you are the ish. There's been a lot to do with, I'm hearing reframing. So something to do with language and reframing of this language, what it is that you're saying to yourself. What stories are you telling yourself? What potential lies are you telling yourself? I'm getting something to do with a self-fulfilling prophecy I just heard. Okay. What else? What else for Sagittarius, please and thank you? This has been a very deep reading, guys. I was not expecting anything like this, but obviously it's come out for a reason. Even if it only resonates for one person out there, I know that this is someone's energy. Buying a house and making it a home. A lot of you have really wanted to be in a completely different physical space. And I'm hearing that dream is going to come true. It's been delayed, not denied. There's definitely energy to do with a new living situation or a new apartment. I just heard penthouse. Okay. Or like a new cottage or something like that. Or if you've wanted to live in the city, like in a high-rise building, or have your own farm, like in the countryside. Something to do with, I'm getting a village. I'm picking up on to do with community spirit, somewhere that has a really solid community. Okay. Manifesting your dream life. Yes, you are. Okay. You are manifesting your dream life and you are the main character. Okay. And expect the unexpected. So yeah, there's been a lot of supposed like expectation on something always being a particular way. But it's like out of the blue, everything changes and switches up. I'm hearing suddenly. And at this time, it's important to protect your peace. So if there have been any individuals or energies around you where it's like if they're triggering a nerve or they say something out of turn or there's some sort of, I'm hearing passive aggressive type of vibes, or there's somebody insinuating something and it just doesn't feel right with you, you could be like a little bit like on alert and realizing that you may have to be alert and then be a lot more protective of your energy. I'm getting that for some reason. But I'm hearing the people that are supposed to be around you, the right people, the right sort of energies, they will be around you, but there could be a little bit of separating the wheat from the chaff at this point, or there has been. Okay, in order for the right people to come in. Remain positive. I'm not getting any of that toxic positivity BS, but it's important to see the glass as half full rather than half empty. I'm hearing attitude of gratitude is significant. What can we get here, please, for Sagittarius? Within the next few weeks. So there's definitely something happening within the next few weeks. I was picking up on the end, you know, by the end of Aries season or in May, okay? Yeah, so there's definitely some big changes within the next few weeks. So I'm hearing remain positive, keep of a high vibration, okay? And know that things are definitely changing. Yes, they are. If you be like, oh no, they're not changing, they're never going to change, you need to get out of that, right? Okay. Yes, they are changing. Yes, within the next few weeks, things are happening. Things are moving forward. And for the better as well. For the greatest good for yourself, for others around you. Okay. For all those involved. Abundance. Okay. You have so much abundance coming in through for you. I'm hearing that's really going to put a big smile on your face. I'm getting like a Cheshire cat kind of grin, like as in Alice in Wonderland. 50 minutes and 55 seconds just come up on the timer. Okay, look, there's something better. Within the next few weeks, yes, there is abundance coming through for you, and there will be something better. Okay, one more card, please, and thank you. And there's something better. It wanted to come out, right? And helpful people, that's what I said. You're going to have helpful people around you to assist you, to be getting into the energy of manifesting this dream life of yours, and the situation will improve. Dolphins could be important as well. And I'm getting something about the starfish. Okay, the starfish here. I'm hearing a star in your own right. So there's something that about you that you have star quality, okay? Or you're going to get recognized for this sense of star quality that you have. I'm hearing and paid well for it too. So that could be something to do with your career or your business, okay? Being seen for the light that you are, I'm hearing, and the light that you provide. Maybe you're somebody that's off service potentially as well, like spiritually. Anyway, guys, this has been a massive reading. There's been some very deep energies here, from heavy energies, but also I feel like there's this huge shift taking place now. The change for the better, that's what I'm picking up on. Change for the better, absolutely. So Aries is coming through, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We did have that was the strongest energy. Aries, obviously, Libra. All the signs are pretty much here. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Yeah. 444, 111, 1111, 1010, 333, 222, 888, 999 and 919, 911, and 414, I want to say. Yeah, anyway, guys, that's all the messages. So I hope that there have been some messages, a few messages, if not the whole reading, that potentially resonated. If you have enjoyed this reading and you wish to support myself and the channel, there are donation links available. There is a PayPal link in the description box below, and the other option is Super Thanks, which is listed underneath this video. So thank you so much to those of you who have already donated. I greatly appreciate you. Even if you don't financially donate, a wonderful way to energetically donate is to like, share, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll get back to you guys on those comments when I can. I do enjoy reading those, so thank you. Please hit the notification bell so you get an alert as to when I post another video for you and you don't miss out on future updates or content made available on the channel. And please feel free to check in to see your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mercury and North Node placements in the other zodiac sign readings that I provide to gain more insight for your timeless tarot messages. But sending love and light your way, many blessings, please take care, and I'll see you and speak to you soon. Thank you. Bye guys.